Hey guys, it's Ruff. Don't you hate when you go to play on your DS and then you have a mental breakdown on knowing what game you want to play? Well, I sure do. Let's make that issue with a flash card. There are many different kind of flashcards that go by different names, such as the Revolution for DS, or the Ace card, the Ace 3DS, R4 Gold, R4 Dual Core, an Easy flashcard, 520 in 1, and a Snoopy R4 card, so you can go to jail, but with Snoopy. With these flashcards, you're able to access DS homebrew software and access totally legit game backups, which you totally did not get online. Now you might be asking, which one should you pick? You could just go on AliExpress and choose one at random. But for some reason, these manufacturers like adding a time bomb to the kernel, which I know what it might sound like. But don't worry, this is just for them to trick you into buying a new one. But you don't need one, as the Chrysler works perfectly fine, it's just the firmware breaks itself. Here's when I recommend the Toilet Menu Plus firmware. You can learn how to install from the other videos, but it's the firmware I would recommend as it looks most clean as compared to YS Menu or other word kernels. It also allows custom themes such as DSi, 3DS, Sega Saturn, Homebrew Launcher, and the Game Boy Color. I personally use the 3DS one with the Persona skin on top of it. Along with customization, Toilet Menu allows you to easily access emulating other consoles such as NES, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. Which I know what you might be saying. The original DS and DS Lite can already play Game Boy games. But if you own a DSi, you can finally play Pokemon Fire Red the way God did not want you to play. But I also think that gets you in some kind of watch list. All the other consoles run perfectly fine up to the SNES. That's when you start to have issues, so I would recommend you think of emulation more as a bonus and not have a reason to pick up an R4 card. And with that, let's move on to a reason why I think you should get an R4 card. The homebrew scene. This comes in many different kinds, either it's tools or games or emulators. I'll discuss some homebrew in this video, but not too much into it. Maybe in the future I'll make a video going more in detail in each of the categories. The first one on this list of homebrew is Mario Galaxy DS, which is surprisingly not a ROM hack. It's built from the ground up, trying to recreate Mario Galaxy. We all know that one fake Mario Galaxy DS video that was popular years ago. Even I did, and the video is barely younger than I am. But with this homebrew, your childhood dream can finally come true, 16 years later. But hey, it's better late than never. However, this is just a demo, created by a few YouTubers, but it showcases the potential and the amount of effort this group already put in. There's only a few stages, it's practically just a playable test demo. For what it is, it's crazy impressive. Finally, I'm able to walk around Gateway Galaxy on the go! No, you don't count. DS Craft, it's like Minecraft by Nintendo DS, sorta, kinda, not really? It's a small world with some blocks you can place around. I would say it's fun to mess around, but really, the controls suck, and I really don't like having to use a touchscreen to look around. It makes my wrist start to hurt after a few minutes. It also crashed on me and started to look really weird. However, it's still impressive what they managed to do with such low-end hardware. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yep, that's right, before the Switch version, it was on the DS. I can't really discuss the quality of this homebrew as it just kind of widescreens after loading. Can you guess which one's real? That one. That's right, it's the one on the left. Next up is PKMN Chess, or Pokemon Chess if you will. This homebrew application is really cool if you're a Pokemon fan. It allows you to store all your Pokemon from your saves onto this app and edit them if you like, or you can use this tool to transfer Pokemon from Gen 3 to 5. It's pretty simple, all you need to do is move over your Pokemon from your GBA save into the built-in box, then select your DS ROM and move the Pokemon onto that save. Then you can load up your game like normal, and the Pokemon will either be in your party or your box, depending on where you put them. One of the cooler features of this homebrew is that it can actually work in reverse, so you can transfer your Pokemon from Heart Gold onto your Fire Red copy. So this is an easier and cheaper way to transfer your Pokemon without needing to sell your kidneys for an official DS and GBA copy and having to play all the tedious minigames. There are other kinds of homebrews like this, an iPod, but on the DS! I actually used this a few years ago as an MP3 player. It was pretty cool having it hooked up to my dad's car. It allows you to shuffle your music, skip, pause, and allows you to turn it up, which just kind of distorts the audio. It also allows you to lock your control so you don't accidentally bump a button while walking. A cool feature with this software is the music still plays when you close your DS. So this is actually not a bad way to bring music with you, especially when the DS originally came out. I'd love to have something like this when I was younger. Finally, the reason why most people get an R4 card is to play backups. Totally backups for games you totally own. But on an R4 card, you play Nintendo DS games but on real hardware, which is cool once you learn you can play ROM hacks of fan translations like Tomodachi Collection on real DS, but you're finally able to understand it. Or a ROM hack like CTGP DS, which just gives Mario Kart DS new tracks and characters. Or you can just play normal DS games with or without cheats. It's just a convenient way to have multiple DS games with you at once. But with playing backups of games comes piracy, and with piracy comes legal issues. Nintendo tried so hard to get rid of these by updating the consoles to try to remove the ability to run these cards on DS and 3DS, and by going in and out of courts to try to ban these. Which did work, as they were banned in multiple countries such as the United Kingdom, France, and Japan, but in other countries such as the United States, it's perfectly legal as owning something to access homebrew software. It isn't illegal, it's just using this product to play illegally obtained ROMs is when it's classified as illegal. The only one is nice if you don't have to win for a bunch of games, or if you just want all your games on you at once. Or if you just want to play some Game Boy games on the go, but with a screen you can actually see. Sometimes. Clearly, Nintendo doesn't care about these things anymore, so you're able to find them anywhere on AliExpress, Amazon, and eBay. And I would recommend you getting one if you're planning on playing DS games a bunch. DS games can be emulated elsewhere, but nothing beats original hardware, which has funky gimmicks like the touchscreen or having to rotate the screen, and of course the dual screens. It also makes you the coolest kid when you bring it around.
Yeah, I'm the coolest kid here.
I swear the latest game running up afterwards, but overall, without trying to free myself, I would recommend getting our 4 cards. It only costs a few dollars in dignity. But you don't have that, you're a Nintendo fan. It is nice being able to bring along your entire DS collection without even bringing a carrying a case. And who knows, maybe you can get games online now. Maybe Nintendo doesn't care. Maybe they do.